So we are in the middle of Horizons Concert Week. We had one concert last night and another concert coming up in just a few hours. And as soon as this one is over, we rapidly start moving towards our next projects. So, of course, coming up, we have, we're excited to announce that we are reviving our student composition competition.
Yeah.
And then right after that, we quickly turn to Christmas.
Yeah.
So the composition competition, let's talk about that first, Mimi. So we, of course, did that for our 25th anniversary season, and then the pandemic interrupted everything, and we were hoping to make it a yearly thing, but I'm really excited that we're bringing it back to have an opportunity to give this option for young composers all over the country to be able to have a piece premiered by Orpheus.
Yeah, me too. There are not probably enough opportunities for aspiring conductors to have their works performed, and certainly not by an ensemble the caliber of Orpheus. And so I think it's an exciting thing for Orpheus as an organization to be able to do, because we get to be part of bringing attention to the work of young composers and then bringing a new work to life. I liked the idea that you guys did during the 25th anniversary season, and now that we're kind of emerging from bizarre times, I think it's a good time to relaunch this. And it's an opportunity for us to provide in some ways a service to the art, because I believe in trying to seek opportunities to commission and to bring new works to life. We're looking forward to putting out a call to young composers under the age of 30, which will go out in a few weeks, and we hope that we'll garner a large collection of submissions from young composers across the country, as you guys did several years ago. And from those, we will kind of whittle down a list of possibilities, and a committee of conductors and composers will help select the finalists for that, and then ultimately we'll name a winner of that competition who will write a new piece for Orpheus to be premiered during our 30th season. And hopefully that person will be in residence with us for at least a few days as we prepare that concert. And the Orpheus patrons and audience members will be able to hear a brand new work come to life in the hands of their beloved Orpheus chamber singers.
Yeah, so it's exciting, and if anyone knows composers that are, that are ready to write a piece for Orpheus, the announcement will be coming out about that very soon.
Yeah, looking forward to that very much.
Yeah. And so then right after that, then we hit Christmas, which of course is hard to believe, but at least the weather has finally changed, and we can start pretending that snowy weather is around the corner for us.
Yeah, I know, and the snow, even though, in Dallas, it's more often ice than snow, but you never know. I remember my first concert here, we were kind of disrupted in our preparation week by an actual snowstorm. So I'm looking forward to this Christmas, as always, a really special time of year for everybody, but especially for people who love choral music. And it's such a long-standing tradition that was so beautifully curated by my predecessor, Don Crable, who for many years put together beautiful Christmas concerts, and I was really happy to inherit that mantle from him and his colleagues over the years. This year we'll offer 3 performances of Christmas like we have in the past, one at St. Thomas and one at Church of Transfiguration, and in Fort Worth. And so many opportunities to hear Orpheus at Christmas. The program this year will be around themes of cold and warm. And we're hoping, that we settle into a nice kind of sense of winter in Dallas, which can be cold-ish. The kind of impetus for that is this work by Francis Poulenc, Un Soir de Neige, A Night of Snow. 4 poems about the kind of brittle cold and the way that it kind of weighs on our sensibilities. And we hope to use that in the first half to set up a second half, which is about the the warmth and the light and the radiance that this season brings to so many of us. We're looking forward to a performance of John Rutter's Hymn to the Creator of Light. We've got some music by Rena Esmail, who's a really talented young Indian American composer who lives in LA, which we will use throughout the program. And maybe even a couple of Russian things to sort of tease the spring concert, which is Rachmaninoff Vespers. So this Christmas concert will be, it'll feel very familiar to everybody who has been to Orpheus concerts before. But it's always nice as we program a Christmas concert because these happen every year. And it's hard for conductors and people who are programming and fashioning programs at Christmas time to continue to keep those things fresh. So we look for opportunities to anchor ourselves in loose thematic material like cold and warm or dark and light.
I was going to ask you, how do you choose? I mean, there is so much fantastic Christmas music out there. So where do you start when you're trying to program?
Usually for me, it's by trying to identify a piece or a handful of pieces that I really want to perform with Orpheus. And in this case, it was the Poulenc this year. I really love those pieces, and you rarely hear really fine performances of them because they require such technical precision and excellence of all the ensemble disciplines that Orpheus excels at. And so I'm looking forward to hearing those pieces sung by Orpheus. At other times, you pick different themes, or you find a relevant cultural moment that feels important. And I've been part of Christmas concerts as a singer and a conductor that, take a Scandinavian theme, or a Russian theme, or a British cathedral theme. There are different ways to fashion Christmas concerts that unify the program, but are able to deliver a variety of music that feels interesting and familiar at the same time. And that's always the goal, I think, at this time of year.
If you had to pick one piece, do you have a favorite Christmas carol?
Oh, carol.
Yeah. I know that's hard.
You should have asked me this before you sat me down.
Giving you time to think about it.
Put me in front of a camera.
Yeah.
I really I've always liked the Holst in the Bleak Midwinter. I've really always loved that. And I love that text so much too. And that gives me a really beautiful opportunity to mention that we also intend this Christmas to perform Joel Martinson's arrangement of In the Bleak Midwinter. Many of our audience members will know Joel or know of him. He is a church musician and lovely composer who lives and works in Dallas.
At Church of the Transfiguration.
At Transfiguration. Yeah, where we'll be doing one of our performances. And so that's actually a little layer of specialness for this program.
Yeah, that's pretty good. On the spot, you were able to come up with one. That's good.
Yeah. I could come up with a million, just like so many of us. The first Noel, love it.
Yeah.
Always have something about that speaks to me.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to it. Christmas is always so festive and just such a heartwarming experience to get everybody there all for the same reason, both the singers and the audience all coming together.
Yeah, I agree. It's certainly always an affirmation of the spirit of the season, but it's also sort of the aspect of tradition that I think means a lot to me, and I think to others too. And for so many people in Dallas, this Christmas concert with Orpheus is a staple. It's a tradition. Yeah. And I love that about that time of year. It's really important to me. I have so many family traditions, as most of us do. And I'm so pleased that Orpheus is part of so many family traditions in Dallas.
Yeah. We look forward to seeing you all soon.